next? Well, I guess it just couldn't be 4th of July without this one. The Yankee Rose, Georgia Washington, locking up with Yale Cafe star pupil Rossy Flowers.
Could you possibly have been a little more sarcastic, Christy?
Our first ladies' match of the evening, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Entering the arena from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she is the Yankee Rose, Miss Georgia Washington.
She looks wild. Are you ready for the new sensation? Well, here's a shot.
The Yankee Rose sporting her finest Independence Day finery for this one, making her way down to the ring to face Rossy Flowers. And Rossy, the protege of El Jefe Ray Gunz, has been training with, get this, members of the Ferentino group, like the Texas Ladies Association, for instance. Well, yeah, that is true. And she's trying to get her act together. She really wants to be a contender. She's got potential, too. She's a vicious striker. She's no fancy holes with her, just fists and feet all day long, and she makes it work.
And her opponent, accompanied by El Jefe Ray Gunz from Caracas, Venezuela, now residing in New York City, Rossy Flowers.
Well, sir, El Jefe's not the kind to pester Myron constantly. No, when he knocks at your door, it's because he thinks Rossy Flowers is sufficiently trained up to be match ready.
It's another case of it's a big event and everybody wants to be involved. Ray comes to me, goes, well, sweet revenge won. How about Georgia Washington? I'm like, sure, why the hell not?
I think Rossy is gonna break through at some point, and she's really testing herself against a serious opponent in Georgia. We laughed at her as Kurt Angle's valet, but nobody's laughing anymore.
She's definitely got the skills and the look for sure, but getting consistent wins hasn't been her strong suit. But damn, when she does win, it's real bad for the other girl.
That's what I said. She just beat the living hell out of you. Well, El Jefe must have a great deal of faith in Rossy to have made the deal to get her this match with the Yankee Rose. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. And here we go. They lock it up. Georgia Washington with the upper hand. Rossy Flowers counters it into a DDT, dropping her right on the top of her head. Georgia Washington counters with a kick. Misses with the swing. Rossy has a hold on her. Has her up for the vertical suplex. But again, psych, goes behind. Rossy Flowers catches a vertical suplex. German suplex. Rossy rounds up Georgia clothesline, takes her down to the canvas right in front of El Jefe, who looks like he likes what he sees. Georgia Washington counters, slams Rossy to the canvas, follows it up with a stomp, quickly making her way to the top turnbuckle. Wow, here we go. Oof, knee right to the chest of Rossy Flowers. And just like that, the Yankee Rose has taken control of the match, at least for the moment. Rossy slammed down, and one more time, Georgia Washington getting ready to make an airmail delivery. Rossy all the way up, and misses the Hurricane Rana, and wow, I know her hamstring hurts like hell. Rossy Flowers stomps on the leg, takes advantage of the situation. Gets a hold on Georgia. Wow, okay. Into a crossface, making sure she can't reach the ropes. That was smart, but Georgia Washington counters and finds her way out of that situation. The Yankee Rose countered by Rossy. There's a right that stuns Georgia. There's a right from Georgia. There's a right from Rossy. Well, hello. Whoa, beautiful judo-style flip from Rossy Flowers. Georgia Washington counters. Rossy tags her with another right hand. Flip to the ropes. There's a collision with no result. They lock it up again. Up over the shoulders. Fireman's carry, but Georgia Washington counters into an inverted DDT. Rossy Flowers laid up on the canvas. A little bit of a head scissors here and a knock on the noggin from the Yankee Rose. Oh, man. Well, Georgia Washington seems to be maintaining control of this thing. There's another head scissor to Rossy Flowers. Again, that just blocks the flow of blood to the brain. And then you can't breathe, and it's a whole mess. Georgia Washington releases the hold. Rounds up Rossy. There's a right, there's a chop, there's a kick. Spin kick, don't find the mark. There's a right from Rossy, but Georgia counters again, gets a hold on Rossy Flowers. One more time into the fireman's carry. We take a little walk to the far left turnbuckle. Boom. Snake eyes for Rossy Flowers, who winds up seated in the corner, but counters with a kick, gets herself out of there. Georgia Washington doubles over. Swing and a miss from Georgia. Swing and a miss from Rossy. They're just swinging wild, man. Georgia Washington has Rossy up. Nails the first vertical suplex of the match. The Yankee Rose still in the driver's seat as far as I can see it. Here we go, knee right across the chest of Rossy Flowers again. Another quick cover. 1, 2. That's a 2 count. Rossy still got some steam left in the tank, but Georgia Washington, here's a counter kick from Rossy. Gets a hold on Georgia. Oh, the hair hauled halfway across town. Georgia rounded up here by Rossy. The hot kiss at the end of the wet fist. Down she goes. Rossy Flowers finally starting to turn things around here, and there's a driving knee into the chest of the Yankee Rose. A counter from Georgia back up on her feet, and a running kick takes Rossy to, well, she got tagged a good one with that one. Right back into the head scissors. There's another knock to the forehead. Another cover from Georgia, but no, there's some ring savvy. Rossy Flowers reaching out for that bottom rope. Walt Rothburn telling Georgia she's going to have to start from zero. This has been a good match so far. Hell yeah, it has. Georgia Washington currently in control. Nasty little knock there from Rossy. Nice arm drag counter from Georgia. Up over the shoulders goes Rossy Flowers. Slam down, flapjack face first into the canvas. And again, the Yankee Rose snatching control away. Just as Rossy was reaching out to grab it, there's another knee to the chest. Another cover from the Yankee Rose. 1, 2. But, wow. Shut up. Georgia Washington, center ring with Rossy Flowers. Hard Irish whip over the top rope out onto the floor. El Jefe don't look the least bit pleased as Georgia makes her way to the outside. A kick to the leg of Rossy Flowers, who rolls back up to a standing position and drives a knee into the head of the Yankee Rose. Goes behind on her all of a sudden. Clothesline, spins her ass over tea kettle, and down she goes. Whoa! Hard overhand right. Rossy has Georgia by the hair, clubbing right to the chest. Rossy making her way back inside. Georgia hearing the pretty birdies. Rossy comes out, restarts the count again, goes behind. Gives her the bumps rush back inside. Yeah, she's fighting mad, all right. That's not good. She got that fiery Latin temper, you know. All the way up. Ooh, what a right. Oh, man, Georgia's got to be out. Rossy covers. 1, 2. You have got to be kidding. Whoa. Yeah, I would take the referee to task on that count, too. Ooh, wicked straight boot to the face. Rossy's had enough. Here's the cover. 1, 2. And again, only a 2. What in the hell's keeping Georgia Washington going? I got no idea. This match should have been over. Moonsault doesn't find the mark. Georgia Washington countered by Rossy back up on her feet. There's another right, spins her around. She goes behind, rakes the back of the Yankee Rose. Georgia catches the hard whip to the far right corner. Georgia, oh, look at this. A series of, whoa! Damn, she is a hell of a striker. That is true. That is her reputation. That's what she does with her fists and feet. Not a lot of holds. And there's another not a hold. Chokey in the corner to Georgia Washington. Yeah, Rossy seems to have had quite enough of this one. There's a stomp to the leg out of pure spite, I think. Rossy all the way up to the top turnbuckle here. Georgia laid out center, and I'm not sure exactly what that was supposed to be. Neither did I. But the discus punch sure did the trick. Georgia Washington gathered back up again by Rossy. Georgia counters with a kick to the midsection of Rossy Flowers. Up over the shoulders. And flapjack face first into the mat again. Oh, unbelievable. This has been a great match. Georgia Washington takes herself to the top far left turnbuckle. Rossy Flowers laid out center and a beautifully executed moonsault. There's a cover. 1, 2. Whoa-ho! Rossy Flowers refusing to give up the ship here. Georgia Washington has to go right back to work. Snaps the arm on Rossy. Both these ladies have left it all in the ring tonight, man. Wow. I would say so. Spinning kick takes Rossy down. The Yankee Rose, twisting the head and neck of Rossy Flowers, slams her head down to the canvas. Georgia dragging her by the wrists and ankles towards center. Probably with bad intentions, I think. But here we go. There's the figure eight. The figure eight leg lock. Rossy Flowers in big time trouble here. He is leaning into it hard. Rossy Flowers in big time. Oh, that's it. She's tapping out. The ref seen enough. He's rung the bell. The Yankee Rose wins this match by submission.
I wouldn't be laughing. She almost beat your butt.
The time was 8 minutes and 16 seconds. And your winner by tap out, Georgia Washington.
Well, it was certainly not for lack of trying. Rossy Flowers dropping this one to the Yankee Rose on Independence Day, no less. As Alanis Morissette once observed, isn't it ironic?
You ain't kidding. Oh, man. Well, Georgia Washington picks herself up an upset win over Rossy Flowers, and it's back to the drawing board on the training table for Rossy Flowers. Well, got a whole lot more action ahead. Stick around. We'll be right back.